Try saying that into the microphone. Why don't you try saying that into the microphone? I have my microphone. Good evening. How for art thou? I would say something like, and we're back. Haven't seen you guys since that terrible Saturday. But we've put that behind us. The Nuggets are in Indiana, in Naptown, up 104-90 on the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton and co. So that's happening. Steve Smith Sr. got caught out there bad. Do I really want to delve into another man's indiscretions? Probably. I mean, it is a slow news day in sports. So we can talk about the Nuggets. We will talk about the Nuggets. As there is 8 minutes, 34 seconds left in this game. They got it well in hand, 104-92. Did not play with their food. Ill-advised that you do that coming in off a loss to the Lakers. Get back right. I don't know where you're going to count Zeke Naji. Feeling it. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll just trip around a little bit, watch the end of the Nuggets game. I definitely want to talk about people's business being in the streets and also the proper way to handle getting canned. The proper way to handle getting fired. All those things and much more coming up on Good News Travel Fast times 5 to go right here on the Kill You With Truth network of programming brought to you by DMAC. Come on, let's go.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Good news. We are putting that combination. Jesus Christ. We can't run.
Yes, sir.
That is good news. To be honest, that is good news. Way to go.
We're back. Clap it up. Hello, you knuckleheads. Hello, you knuckleheads. What it do, though? Fisher's in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Dante's in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Strother needs to drive to the hoop every time. Agreed. For most jump shooters, I've always felt like, the easiest way to get your game going is to see a couple go through. And that probably starts with, maybe getting a free throw at the line if you get fouled. But definitely if you get a layup, work it up. I don't see any. This is a good list to put together. Put together a list of today's most deadly. You cannot name Steph Curry or Dame Dalla. I want you to give me the top 5 jump shooters in basketball currently, not named Steph Curry, Dame Dalla, or no, and I'm going to take Clay away from you. Give me the most deadly. I'm talking about those guys who, for us older guys, would harken back to the men of yesteryear. I can't believe you tweeted me what a leader should say. Probably should have tried that during the Lakers game instead of after. Why can't you believe that I would tweet that at you? I had to show you. What did he say though? What did he say, Fishing? So we probably didn't take it too seriously. Probably we probably aren't seeing. What did he say? I'll go get it. Give me your top. Okay, top 5 might be a little much because I don't even think that you can come up with that many. I'm talking about a guy who you're like, I know I have some names. I do have some names. There are some guys, but I'm talking about those guys who are deadly when distant. Give me your top 5 jump shooters. Give me your top 5. We'll go with that. And while you compile that list, while you put that list together of your top 3, no, not even 5. Give me your top 3. Your top 3 deadly from distant scorers in today's NBA. I offer to you that there are not many. We'll check in with the box score with my Denver Nuggets. Nuggets up 109 to 100. 100. Are you serious? This can't be it. That can't be a real answer. Neither can this. You can't be serious with either of those two. Like, you trust him in the waning minutes of it. Okay, Jamal, I'll give it to you. Jamal's a big shot maker. He is a big shot maker. I don't know about that one, brother. I don't know about that one. Not too sure. Westbrook should drive every time, too. Yeah, this is a team that has to. I believe the Nuggets are the second leading scoring team in the league. And I do believe that they are third in points in the paint. This is a team that should not rely on just getting hot from deep and just shooting up. And they don't do that. They don't jack up a lot of threes. They don't jack up a ton of threes. Let me see if I still have this interesting little nugget. Watch this, you guys. This is a nice little chart. Let's see, how can I share this with you all? Both of these little charts. Nuggets up still 109, 100. Had to throw in Jamal, but SGA. I'll give you SGA. Desmond Bane makes my list. I would definitely put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on my list. It's a thin list. My point is, with what you're saying, Dante, I feel like most guys should just develop a more wide-ranging game. There was a play that Michael Porter Jr. had in the third quarter. Got it on, he had it at the three-point line, pump faked, drove baseline, and then made it a point to back his man down under the rim and score in close. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. And I'm like, I think that's a key part to him expanding. Ooh, nice. Give it. Wow. That was great two-man work between Jamal and Christian Brown. It was just a nice thing to see MPJ decide that he was going to try to do something different. I'm going to pull that stat for you guys. I think it's cute. Hey, if you get shit canned, what's the perfect way? Like, do you leave in a blaze of glory? How do you leave it? I don't know if you've ever been fired. Have you ever been fired before? When you get shit canned, what's the best way to leave a job? I'm just leaving that out there as is it one of those like you quit like old boy in Half Baked? Fuck you, you're cool. Fuck you, I'm out. Do you leave graciously? Do you take Post-it notes with you. Just a question that I have out there. There's a point. There is a point to that. The Nuggets dip their hands in butter before the game. Little slippery when wet. Again, the two questions that I have offered up to you guys. Number one, I need you to give me your top 3 deadly when distance. Like, guys, you want the ball in their hands, game on the line in this current NBA. You cannot name Steph. You cannot name Clay. Okay, because I'll leave one in there. I'll leave a surprise guy in there. You can't name Steph. You can't name Clay. You can't name Dame Dollar. No, I'm going to take him away from you. You can't name KD. No KD. No Steph. No Dame Dollar. No Clay. Give me your top 3. If Jokic isn't on your list, then I'm out. Agreed. I'd put, I'm trying to think. Desmond Bane, Nikola Jokic. I was going to say Devin Booker, but Devin Booker doesn't hit big shots. That's not his MO. Ooh, that's a good one. Jimmy Buckets. I like Jimmy Butler. Don't look now, by the way, but that Golden State team is starting to find their legs. I told y'all. All right. That's a good one. Jason Tatum. That's a good one. You trust him in the waning moments of a game with the ball? I think Jason Taylor doesn't get enough respect. I mean, Jason Tatum doesn't get enough respect. He's like the Rodney Dangerfield of the current NBA. I don't know what that is all about either. Why do people hate on Jason Tatum? Nuggets spreading it out evenly, getting some good contributions off the bench because of Zeke Najee's performance. 24 minutes, 14 points. Here's what's most important about what Zeke Najee's done tonight. 6 of 8 from the field. 1 of 1 from 3. Got to the line, hit 1 of 2 of his free throws. He's a -4 in the plus-minus, but he scored 14. He's rebounded the ball well. I got to say this. I will say this. We've been all over Zeke Najee. We've been hammering Zeke Najee. And it's mainly because you can't have a guy getting paid $32 million, $8 million per, and just not understanding what would you say you do here. To his credit, they've called his number because P. Watt's down, and he has played better and better by the game. I think he's gotten better by the game. Nuggets up 119 to 108. He's gotten better and better by the game. And that's a hard thing to do. I think there's no way in the world he didn't hear it. Not saying he was listening to us particularly. There's no way in the world that Zeke Najee hasn't heard or felt the ire of the fan base. And a lot of that's not his own fault. It's not his fault. Well, it is. For whatever reason, Mike Malone didn't trust him. I'm quite sure that it had something to do with the way that Zeke showed up in practice. We saw what it would look like whenever he would get into a game. He's looked really good. And if he can do that, you get P. Watt back. I know I went pretty bombastic on Saturday in my prediction about this team being able to make it out of the West. If you can get good contributions from Zeke Najee, if Julian Strawther can somehow figure it out how to not be a complete liability on defense and be a consistent scorer offensively, and you get P. Watt back, I will say this. I feel better about their chances. But it's so up and down with this team. And you still have to figure out how you're going to – those non-Jokic minutes are still kind of squirrely. DeAndre Jordan got stood up tonight for 9 minutes, and, man, he must just be he looks like a great teammate. I'll leave it at that. What the fuck happened? It blew up. He got fatter. I don't get it. I mean, was he just told, like, you don't have to worry about being a good basketball player. We brought you here strictly to cheer guys on. Dude in Cleveland, who? Spider? Yeah, Donovan. I like Donovan hitting a big shot. Okay. I like Donovan. I like Donovan in the clutch. Definitely, definitely our boy in in New York, in Nueva York. I guess there's more than meets the eye. My point is it's just not a it just doesn't seem like a league that's full of guys that are fully developed into their game. You got a bunch of tweener games. KD should be pissed at Booker. Why? Because he's Devin Booker. KD should be pissed at himself. KD's biggest problem, God, could you imagine a guy? Could you imagine Obi Toppin getting Zeke Najee's minutes? That wouldn't suck. That wouldn't suck. KD should have asked to be traded to the Nuggets. He's got to be pissed at Booker. Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is that because Draymond Green is Draymond Green, KD's probably missed out on 2 rings. That franchise would have had 2 more rings. KD probably would have had another Finals MVP. Probably could have got a regular season MVP out of the deal. Finished his career with 4 rings. And I know, trust me. Well, not that I know. I've never played with the guy, but it doesn't seem like it's an easy task to be teammated with one Draymond Green. Me either. I like him. I like Draymond because there's something to be said about competitive fire. You know what I don't like about Draymond is that what you can say about competitive fire, there also has to be something to say about being a grown man who has some modicum of self-control. And he just seems to have none. Like he has no self-control. And this is like a veteran guy who you're like, what am I missing here? You still getting thrown out of games and can't control your temper and still melting down. Daniel Flores is in the ham.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Kick-ass Nuggets, and I'm watching WWE on Netflix, and fuck Draymond. Okay, Daniel. For sure. I'll fuck with it. Netflix is hopping into the live sporting event space. That is cable is going the way of the dinosaur. I mean, slow, more and more. Nice steal, Christian Brown. So I got one thing going over here, and I'm a little bit behind on the feed if you can't tell, but that was a great steal by Christian Brown. Just ripped it. My dog farted. Fuck. Oh, he can really clear out a room, and he wants to be in here while I'm doing this. I have no respect for a man that kicks a dude in the dudes for no reason. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason. It's not a good reason. There's a reason. He's a terrible human being. And you know, there's that point when like Joker shouldn't be in the game. There's a point when competitive fire is, you know, that's what they'll call that. Oh, he's just a competitor. No, he's a bad person. Raw has been live on Netflix since January. Pretty cool. Good for Netflix, man. And is in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Nuggets were a 3.5-point favorite tonight. Good on them. Way to rebound. Way to get back and do your fucking job. Everybody looked good tonight. This is a nice get back in the win column game. Everybody in the plus, with the exception of Zeke Najee and DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook, all were minuses. 23 minutes for Russell Westbrook, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. Looks like we have a regression problem with Russell Westbrook. It's not working, him coming off the bench. You got the win tonight. How do you fix how do you Is that what we're gonna go with? Are we going with Russell Westbrook? Do you feel good with Russell Westbrook coming off the bench? Is that what we're going with? Nuggets looking clutch in the last 5 minutes a game. What up, Andon? So now you're happy they beat a winning team? You're not going to get a complaint out of me. Yeah, beat the winning teams. You got. I mean, this isn't rocket science. If you struggle against winning teams, it stands to reason you're probably going to struggle in the playoffs. You know why? I'll give you a guess. I'll let you figure it out. Let's go over them. That's a final. Nuggets get the win, get the dub. You figured it out yet? Drum roll, please. I don't have a drum roll. Shit. Because close to 100% of the teams that you play in the playoffs are going to be teams with winning records. There you go. I am closer to happy now, but not completely satisfied yet. Satisfaction is the death of desire. Wow, Andon. Holy shit. Whoa. That's right up there with Bo Nix's, what did he say? Pressure is an opportunity. Pressure is a privilege. Holy shit, Andon. Satisfaction is the death of desire. Okay. Somebody woke up on the poetic side of the bed this morning. Good on you, Andon. I've never heard that. I'm going to plagiarize that from you. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. You can't be satisfied. Why? Because satisfaction is the death of desire. Damn, Oren. I can't take credit for that. One of my buds, one of my internet friends said it. His name's Andon. To wrap this thing up, as far as the Nuggets go, we will not get post-game because they're on the road. Maybe it'll come up. Let's see if it comes up. I have the privilege of the Pacers feed. I don't have the Nuggets feed. Aaron Gordon scores 25 tonight, 11 of 17 from the field, 5 ribs, plus 10. He had a bounce-back game. He still has, every once in a while, he just does certain things that just really twist my tits, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone because nobody likes a complainer in the wake of a win. No need to complain. I just need Aaron to. You guys, there's a lackadaisical sort of malaise with Aaron that I don't really dig. It looks like he's been chiefing, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna leave it alone. Michael Porter Jr. 9 of 16 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Another guy who. He had a good game tonight. 11 rebounds. That's what I want to see from Michael Porter Jr. I can take the 1 of 4 from 3 because he was 9 of 16 from the field, so he incorporated more into his game. He seems like he does that on the road a lot more, and that 11 rebounds is huge. He has a double-double tonight. Scores 19, double-double for him. Good on you. Good on Michael Porter Jr. Nikola Jokic, 9 of 14 from the field, 19 assists, 18 points. Just 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. Gets that Sombor. What do they call that? Sombor double? Sombor triple. What did that fucking happen? Jamal Murray, 6 of 12, 50% from the field. 4 of 4 from three-pointer, hit all of his threes. I'm going to say this about Jamal. He's been economical with his shots, and that is a great thing to see. He is scoring efficiently. 16 points, plus 17 in the plus minus, 6 assists, so he's spreading the ball around. Good on Jamal. That's a round of applause for Jamal. Seriously, you'll get no complaints out of me when he plays team basketball and speeds it up a little bit, is a little more in tune with looking for guys and getting other guys involved. The offense seems to flow better. Imagine that. The Nuggets spread it out. 6 guys in double figures. Christian Brown, 7-11 from the field. What haven't we said already about Christian Brown? Currently, he is the most improved player in the NBA, right? He is the leader in the clubhouse for NBA's most improved player. And then, like I said earlier, 6 of 8 for Zeke Naji, 14 points. He was a -4, but he did his stuff. He did his stuff. Russell Westbrook scores 7. I still don't like 0 of 3 from 3, 2 of 8, but Jalen Pickett got in the game. A little bit of it wasn't even really garbage time. And Julian Strother I won't say he struggled. 14 minutes, scores 4 points. He's 1 of 4 from the field, but he hit his free throws. That's a good win for the Nuggets. Nuggets give up 116 to the Pacers. A team that, for all intent and purpose, obviously they'll be in the playoffs again, but they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to, work through, Pascal Siakam's now. This is his first full year with the team. They got some guys who I think they've got building to do. Having said that, you play and beat the teams that are in front of you, and to Fission's point, they beat an above 500 team. Can I be mad about that? Joe Mito's in the hell.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
How many games has Jokic missed a trip dub by one? Man, that's a great question. Let's see. God, I'll do the fast math. Let's see if I can do the fast, because that's a great question. He's had to have come so close so many times. Let me see it. Let me get that for you, because you asked a great question. Let's see. Come on. Now touch me, babe. Now, see, that's Charlotte. He missed the triple dub, but it wasn't by one rebound. It was by one assist. Oh, can't you see that I am not afraid? Here's another one against Phoenix, missed by one assist. So that's 2. Tonight makes 3. Against the 76ers, that makes that rebound right there. That would make 4. Come on, now touch me, babe. Oh, can't you see that I am not a Dallas 5. San Antonio 6. I'm gonna love you. Back-to-back San Antonio 7. I'm gonna love you till the thumbs have the pain. Boy, you ain't looks like 6, Joe Mito. The early returns. 7. Utah back in November. 8. Minnesota, the game before that. Come on. There you go. 8. He's missed it 8 times. 8. Not 7. 8. Not 7, 8. 8. Daniel Miller's in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Does this take Malone off the hot seat in basketball? I don't know. Was he in the hot seat in anything else? What? Come on, you got better than that. If Luka does not sign with the Lakers in the summer, welcome to Denver and buy Murray and Porter. You'll get no fucking argument out of me. That would be a slow basketball team. Slow and plodding. Maybe that's a little bit of an over-exaggeration. You see, like, when Joker wants to push the pace, I think it really does shock the system of the other team, because he's got this, when he runs fast, I love when Joker is like, when he's speeding, because it looks like he's trying so hard to move fast, but he's moving faster than the other guy's big. Sean Payton and Jokic would be a better tight end than quarterback. Hold on. Sean Payton said Jokic would be a better tight end than quarterback. I could see that. I mean, he's not. The only thing about it is that Joker's not going to run fast for far. But hands, I mean, come on, he's 7 foot tall. So, I mean, I already answered that question. Oh, how many games has Jokic missed compared to Embiid? Joker's missed 3 games that I can think of this season. So, and Joel Embiid well over that. I thought they had a sloppy little moment there in the 4th. Defense was cracking, but they rallied and sealed the deal. I do feel good about that. Jamal had a mature game. Let's keep it going. Me and Andon and I ride in the same boat. I am scrutinizing this team to the nth degree. And I'll tell you why, because now we're on the other side of the All-Star break. You can't tell me that, the malaise, the dog days of an 82-game season. And I am scrutinizing this team to the nth degree, and it's not going to stop. It ain't gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. Puts him on the hot seat for hockey, Daniel. Good one, Fish. Malone being on the hot seat trigger you. Daniel and Fishing are going, you two calm it down. I will turn this stream around. Fishing isn't a Nuggets fan. Fishing is a Nuggets fan. You can't say that. What kind of shit is that? Technically, if you sit any seat long enough, it gets hot, both literally and metaphorically. The worst thing in the world. The worst. Those of you who are married, share a bathroom, his and hers bathroom type deal, to sit in someone else's warmth on a couch, disgusting. To unbeknownst, to unwittingly sit on someone's warmth on the can, I might have to light my own ass on fire. Definitely it's the worst. Girls on Pornhub trigger me, not dudes talking on YouTube. That's good to know. That's good to know. And seeing as you don't have to watch Pornhub, you should never be triggered. Embiid and Adebayo both have 8 triple doubles in their career. Holy shit. Jokic missed 8. That's crazy. That is insane. In their career. You know what's so crazy about the Joker? I don't want to get down this train because I think we've already answered the question. I think it's a ridiculous. I think this year's MVP race is far more intriguing because I think there is a case that can be made, regardless of what I think about his style of play when it comes to how many points he scores. He goes to the line a lot, and he gets a lot of those James Harden types calls. I'm talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is the centerpiece of that team. He plays better than average defense, above average defense, gets in the passing lanes, gets steals, a willing defender. He is the leader of that squad. Very valuable. Although I'm pretty sure I'd love to know. And one of you numbers guys, get into the numbers and tell me what is OKC in games without. What's their winning percentage without him in the lineup? He plays a lot too, so his availability is. So I would say that the conversation between Joker and Joel Embiid is so ridiculous. On its face, it just reeked of an unwillingness to pass the baton when it comes to the best player in the league, to the guy that stylistically does not fit the bill that these guys want to go and pal around with. Does that make sense what I'm saying? They want to be in the same place as LeBron, right? They want to be in the same place as James Harden. They want to party with these guys. These guys don't want to party with Joker. You know why? Because Joker's not going to party with y'all. I come to kick your ass, take names, go home with my family, be with my family in Sombor, and race my horses. And that just doesn't fit the bill. There's also, I think, there is there's some colorism going on there because of the guys talking. I'm not saying overarching. The guys talking, Kendrick Perkins, the guys who are unwilling to just let your eyes tell you everything about what's happening on the court. But there is definitely an argument to be made between Joker and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is actually going to be a good MVP race. And I think it'll go down to the wire. So right, Oren. Exactly. I'm always so right. It's like when you're at an airport and sit near your gate, 2 seats open, you sit hot as fuck, instantly nauseous. I know. Because there's this part of your being, your soul, that knows that's not just warmth, that's not just body heat that heated that. No, that was some silent but deadlies. So now you're sitting in someone's crepulence. It's not just their warmth that you're sitting in. You're sitting in someone's filth, their air filth. Personally, I like heated seats and steering wheels. I don't think we're talking about the same thing, Dante. I don't think we're talking about, this is the point. I support that too, because it's artificial heat. We're talking about that biological warmth. We're talking about that warmth that you can't take back. You pick something up that you can't put down. smell your hand type shit. Like, what? God damn it. 1 second. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. You did your jobs. Let's see what comes next, shall we? And then I want to get into some other stuff. Did you guys see the Steve Smith story? Do you care? Well, if you do or you don't, we're going to talk about it a little bit before I get out of here. And I did ask the question off top. How do you leave a gig? Like when you get shit canned, when you get ran, when they run you like Usain Bolt in the 200 meters. How do you leave? Do you leave quietly? Are you taking Post-it notes? Are you that guy or gal? Is it, I'm not sticking around, like they tell you at noon, this is your last day. And you're like, well, then I'm leaving now. Or do you finish the day out? Like, what kind of leaver are you? What kind of goer? What kind of goer are you? Nuggets now 38-20. Congratulations, boys. Congratulations, boys. They lit the house. Up next, Milwaukee. A whole 3 nights off, and they're right next door. They get to go just right across a couple of states over, 1 state over. Maybe we should look at a map. You go 1 state over to the left, to the west. You go west 1 state over from craptacular Indiana to Wisconsin, a beautiful state. I have 2 daughters. To Wisconsin to take on the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday. And then the road trip continues further west as you will take on the Detroit Pistons on Friday. So that's back-to-back games. So I had said this 10-game stretch coming out of the break, muy importante in terms of how the Nuggets are going to, I'm going to know everything I need to know about this team coming out of these 10 games. You dropped the first one to Los Angeles, got your asses kicked. We had a big argument. We had a big fight about it. We all fought about it on Saturday. That now, was coming off the heels of a loss in Charlotte. So right now you're 2-1 in these 10. You're 2-1 in 10 with 7 to go. My only thing is this. These next 7 games, I want to see everything that we didn't see Saturday night against the Lakers. I want to see competitive championship fire and basketball. So the win-loss total, to be quite honest with you, won't matter to me nearly as much as the style in which they play these games. Tonight was one of those games where you saw a focus and an attention to detail. How many turnovers did they have tonight? A focus and an attention to detail and different guys stepping up that we definitely didn't see on Saturday night. This is how this team, to me, is going to prove to me that they're, and yes, it's important that they prove it to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but they're going to have to prove it to me. Took care of the ball tonight. Oh, no, hold on. Is that right? They did not take care of the ball tonight. 19 turnovers. So despite 19 turnovers and 21 personal fouls, that's just not. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. There is something bothering me, though. This win didn't feel like a definitive do not fuck with us win. I want one of those against a team that's above 500. Me too, Andon. And that 19 turnovers, it's still, there is a carelessness to this team that, like, if you're really, really good, I guess you can afford to throw the ball around the court. This, it reminds me of those championship Golden State Warrior teams when Steph's trying to whip one-handed passes around and you're just watching careless turnovers. They did their job tonight. And for that, you get 3 seconds of applause. Nuggets and Avs had All-Star break hangover. I just don't get that. I don't disagree with it, but I'm like, so you had the malaise going into it because it's the dog days. Oh my God, you have to play Jim for 82 games. God, so hard. So you had the malaise going in. It's the dog days. Guys can't focus. Guys can't concentrate. And how do you come out of the break? You come out in a malaise? Huh? I don't disagree with you. None of those games matter really in this 10-game stretch except for OKC. I could care less about the others. So you don't care about how they're seated is what you're saying. Those games matter. You don't care about how they come out seated. Okay, that's fair. If that's how you feel about it, Fishing. You don't care how the Nuggets come out seated. See, there's more than just these games in terms of how they play at hand and at stake. Their seeding is in the balance because after those 10 games, it's a hodgepodge of squads. You get a chance to get back right against teams like Minnesota, the Lakers, Golden State. You're going to get tested. Please believe it. You're going to get tested on that West Coast road swing. Golden State, Lakers, Portland, Houston, all what you would say, oh, winnable game. Not if you're not a responsible squad. And if you fuck around in this next 10 and you go sub 500, you'll care. Oh, you'll care. It's the pancake breakfast. And then down the stretch, the beauty of it is down the stretch, they do have some get back right games when you look at from March 24th through April 13th, with the exception of Milwaukee and Minnesota. Those are all games that you figure, well, you got Memphis and Houston to close the season out. These are all that's a scuffleable, you can scuffle your way through the end. And it just depends on where you want to be seated. It's fine. Fishing, it's fine. Some sloppy passing happening and a couple butterfinger ball handling mishaps. This stuff is just infuriating. I think it is. I think if you're a championship team, there's just a way that they do it. There's just a way championship teams do it. Think about the season that they won the championship. There's just a way that you do it. And if you think that you can, devil may care your way through that, I challenge you. This is, and again, my point is that this is a season that it is there to be had. There is a championship awaiting the team that takes the opportunity seriously. Because no, I do not think this is an exceptionally strong field, including the two teams coming out of these. I do not think that this is an indomitable field. But only the team that plays the best basketball will win. Now that sounds cliche and duh, but I'm saying it's really there's no dynasty in Boston. There's no transcendent dynasty in Boston. That's not the Golden State Warriors or even LeBron's couple of things that he put together when it was in Miami and then Miami. I'll give Miami. There's no I don't see a dynasty in that Boston. I just don't believe it. They're going to have to prove it to me. And we'll get a chance to see what the Nuggets look like against them in 3 games. No, I don't care how they're seeded because I know they'll be a 2nd or 3rd seed and they've been good on the road. Let me ask you, how did having Game 7 at home help last year? It wasn't about how having Game 7 at home didn't help them because they were gassed, because as a 7-man rotation, that's just not enough. And Jamal Murray got blitzed, and we saw what that looks like. It wasn't just having the game at home. They were outplayed and outmatched by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert has some weird effect on Joker. That's not new information. As does it's like when the Lakers had Superman and AD sort of tag teaming on Joker. Rudy Gobert's length has a weird effect on Joker. That's That's not me saying that. Go watch the tape. And it's even more, I don't know if it's because Cat can pull him away from the basket. I don't know what it is. So that's just a bad matchup for the Nuggets. It's just a bad matchup. They've got long, rangy defenders that can bother, and active, handy defenders that can bother, especially when AE5 takes on, when Edwards takes on the task of like making it hard on Jamal. He's ducking under picks, fighting through picks. They were like, oh, what? You brought that pick and roll? That's what you guys brought? Cool. Now we'll take that away from you. Now what do you got? It wasn't just the fact that, oh, they had game 7 at home. It was just a bad matchup for them. It's just a bad matchup for them. You're not catching OKC, so why worried about seeding? Well, you better not. All I'm saying is fuck around and fall down into the 6-5 if you want to. You got it, though. You're all good. You got it. Fuck around, fall into that 4-5 if you want to. And the distance, and this is, again, this is a matter of, you can't have this conversation in some vacuum of like, oh, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. The number of games that separate 6 through 5, I mean 6 through 5. The number of games that separate 2 through 5 is 2 games. You go on a 2-game skid, and it's going to be like this all season, I imagine. You go on a 4-game skid, and you slip right out of 2, and you're in the 5th seed. And that's fine. If that works for you, cool. I don't think it's the most advantageous place for them to try and fight their way out, but you feel good about it? Awesome. Awesome. Have at it. We'll see how that works out. And the God's honest truth is that the Clippers the West is so tightly packed, 6 through 9. The difference between 6 through 9, 1 game. So you're talking about one team. You don't think the Timberwolves are capable of rattling off 7, 8 in a row? They are. In this West, the only team that I'm looking at that's probably trending down is Dallas, because now that AD's injured, it's just Kyrie. Golden State, fuck around and find out if you want to. Go ahead. You got it. You big, you bad. You ain't worried about shit. Cool. That's straight. Keep it going. You are one terrible stretch of basketball, which can happen. A 4 or 5, you lose 6 out of 9. But no, you got it. It's all good. It's all good. Thought experiment. Is the Pacers media right now saying something along the lines of, we beat ourselves, too many missed threes and fouls and bad challenges? Or are they saying Nuggets are amazing? Well, they're actually playing right now. You want to hear what Tyrese Halliburton's talking about? Let me see. Let me see what he's talking about.
Tyrese Halliburton most of the time. So I'm really just trying to find my spots. I know I got to be better. I'm better when I get in the paint. The more paint touches I have, that really, increases aggression. I feel like that is a part of aggression at the same time. But I mean, kudos to them. I thought Jokic did a good job of staying on the ball and making me have to make, different sorts of passes, the skips, and not, they did a good job taking away the pocket as much as they could. I think, obviously Nicola's not a guy in our league that you would say is this elite defender, but he's, one of the highest IQ guys in the league. And I thought he did a great job of, in the pick and roll, making me able to make different reads. And, I thought they did a good job protecting the paint, making me able to, play outside more. But, I think that I could definitely have been better, but I think that they had a good little, a good plan there, and Nicola did a good job.
I guess the flip side of that question.
I'm going to go ahead and pipe that down. You gave shout out to Nicola playing better than average defense. So there you go. There's an answer to your question, Andon. They're giving kudos to the Nuggets and saying that the Nuggets played well. Still can't believe Tim Connelly traded Cat. Yeah, it's still puzzles. Still puzzles the mind what he saw there. Only because what he got back for it. Like Julius Randle? It's like, do you know something that the rest of us don't? Julius Randle is capable of playing like an all-star in one half and then playing like the janitor in the very next half. Oh, so they wasted all that energy to get to the 2 seed and then lost to San Antonio. And no Joker, San Antonio, right? And no Joker owns Joker It was the combo of Rudy and Cat. KCP was supposed to lock down Ant and looked like he was in a wheelchair. No, you'll get no argument out of me there. But I'm just going to tell you this. We all saw what the chink in the armor was. You can go to KCP and all. It was Jamal and the defense that they decided to play against this team's second best scorer. You can go to KCP and didn't do this. Go back and watch that series, and it's all series. They targeted Jamal, both on offense and defense, and it worked. Meaning that this is not a two-man team. This is a team that needs to play a very more team-oriented style of basketball. You're good with the excuses, though. Mediocrity doesn't win you championships. Agreed. OKC first round exit. Yeah, I'm scared. All right. Timrim, bingo. Winning isn't mediocrity. 500 is mediocrity. What's their record? What's their record against teams with winning records? Some would ask you that. Some people would ask you that. Iggy D's in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Let's do it, Iggy D. Let's do it.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
We've done enough of this. Let me see if I can get anything else but an argument without a fishing out of this. Y'all expect perfect basketball? No, we don't expect perfect basketball night in, night out. We expect professional basketball night in, night out. I don't think that's much to ask of millionaires. Then why you want KCP back? But I can tell you this: if they did have KCP, the only thing I would feel good about, I think sometimes guys just work better with other guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like how we say there's a difference between Russell Westbrook coming off the bench and Russell Westbrook starting alongside Joker. So, KCP benefited, like a lot of guys benefit off playing with Joker, especially guys who know how to play around a guy who knows how to get other guys involved. So he's going to find those open spots on the floor where he can get his shit off. You know what I mean? And he's still a quality defender. He's still going to accept the challenge. He's a professional when it comes to playing defense. Why don't we say that? No, not unrealistic to say beat the good teams, rest against the bad teams, but the opposite seems to have happened, and that's where it's concerning. It is just concerning. That's all people are putting. Fishing, they are 38-20. By the way they play, it's up and down. The team's playoffs. This team plays off their emotions way too much where Malone has to coddle them all the time. It's just something that we're noticing, and you don't notice it. If people stopped watching, they wouldn't make as much. Don't like it, don't watch. Nobody's saying that. I think that's one of the Fishing, I fuck with you. But I think that's one of the most ridiculous takes is that fans aren't going to fan. Like, you can fawn. That's fine. Fans are going to fan. Some fans fawn. Other fans, fuck that. And that's what's going to happen. So there's no don't watch. There's people who watch the game like this. They're still watching. Everyone has their own approach to it. You're the cool hand Luke guy. Okay. All I'm telling you is a lot of what people are saying is not just fandom. It's just observations. 18 games over 500 in the city is a shambles over the team is a joke. You're not wrong. That's a great observation. Is Michael Will Hoyt still in jail? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. All right. Let's get to Steve Smith Sr. because this is wild. Y'all didn't see this? Y'all ain't see this? I hate to be in other people's business like this, but here's the problem. Once it makes it to the internet, it's no longer your business. It's our business. It's your business and mine. It has become more than just your business. It is now our business. And apparently, Steve Smith Sr., Steve Smith Sr., it's salacious. It's salacious. Like salacious. Oh, here's a number. Here's a number for you. Jimmy Butler III is the first Warrior in franchise history to have 120 plus points, 30 plus rebounds, and 30 plus assists through a player's first 6 games with the team. Fuck around and find out. They're just going to keep climbing. All right, did I not save that? Here's what Joker had to say. By the way, I tweeted this at. This is DMAC went and got this sound, and then I tweeted it at Fishin. Joker said after the Lakers game, maybe we tricked ourselves on beating sub 500 teams. This isn't us saying it, Fishin. That's Joker saying it. Do you trust him? Is it just us? You trust him? All right. Steve Smith Sr. You trust him? He's saying it. What do you think about what if the guy who is a hands down foregone conclusion Hall of Famer says, maybe it's not so good that we're just whooping up on 500 teams. Maybe we need to show up against the better competition. That's what he seems to think. What do you think about if he thinks that, Fishin? All right. Okay, you guys. This story is, man, I feel bad. I don't, but I do. Hold on, let me see what Fishin is. You thought it was bait? No, it's real. I didn't say I didn't trust him. How about he puts up more than 7 shots? Yeah, you're the classic contrarian. So, okay, you guys want to hear the message first? Let's just go with the message.
Steve. Hey, yo, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro.
Oh, whoa, whoa, hold on. Whoa. That's how you start that conversation? You call me and then out the gate you just blast on me like that? Whoa.
What you got to say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's go from the top.
Hey, yo, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro.
Oh!
What you got to say for yourself?
Did he laugh? Did Steve Smith laugh just now? Is that a laugh or a cry? Hold on. Let me go back.
What you got to say for yourself?
Is that a laugh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro.
Oh!
What you got to say for yourself?
Is he crying?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Hold on. It's more so the question mark in his. He's like, I'm sorry. What do you have to say for yourself? You remember when your parents would like, you like your report card beat you home. You didn't get a chance to snatch it and bring it and change your grades on it, and it beats you home, or somehow it got into the hand of your mom or your progress report or something, and your mom's like, or your dad's like, what do you have to say for yourself? And you're like, I'm sorry. Hold on, let's go back. Okay, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been fucking my wife, bro. What you got to say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
I'm sorry.
You fucking knew she was married.
Oh,
you're not a fucking idiot, man. You're fucking Steve Smith Sr.
Not Steve Smith Jr. You're Steve Smith Sr.
What kind of dumb shit was that?
Is it dumb or disrespectful? The dumb part is their texts. I'll read those in a second.
Why are you quiet, man? Be a fucking man.
Does he owe this guy an explanation? Here's my question to y'all. And listen, again, like I said, I don't want to be in nobody's business. But once it makes it to the internet, it's no longer y'all's business. It's our business. And this gentleman made it the world's business because that's what we do now. What everyone does now, whether it's I don't know, have you guys seen some of the stuff coming out from that Toronto plane crash? And like, there's some conspiracy stuff there. I don't think we have time to get into it. But the guy getting off the plane and he's like, whoa. He's got his phone going. He's like, whoa, I almost died. Whoa. They're offering those families, by the way, $30,000 I'm suing. I'm going to hold out and I'm going to sue your ass because I'll probably never be able to get on a plane again if that was real. Anyway, it's like this guy, his wife is banging Steve Smith Sr., not Jr. He's banging. His wife's banging this lady, this fine young lady who someone seems to think looks like Jeff Van Gundy. I think that's a bad comparison. I don't think she looks like Jeff Van Gundy. A little bit like Stan. So this guy goes to the internet with it, and it's like, well, now your business is our business. So okay, that's fine. I'm gonna comment. It's here for me. But it's like, I think you're looking for retribution from the wrong. What is Steve Smith supposed to say besides, I'm sorry? It's almost like when someone says, hey, fuck you, bud, and you're like, I'm sorry? Let me let this finish. And then I want to ask you guys, does Steve Smith owe this guy an explanation? It's like, yes, he is an adulterer. He's going to have to deal with, and I know what dude is trying to do. He's trying to expose Steve Smith Sr. to his wife, break up his happy home. But Steve owes his explanations to his wife, just like your wife owes to yours. Like, I don't know what you're looking to get out of this. Silence. You blinded me with silence.
Steve.
You hear me? Hear me talking to you? Steve, hear me talking to you?
You ain't a fucking man, bro. All that shit you do on fucking TV.
It's just TV. He's not a preacher. He just talks about football on TV.
All that shit talking you do to other people.
He's just talking about sports. He's just talking to other people about whether they are good. Remember what the whole Jerry Jeudy thing? I don't think he's ever painted himself. All I'm saying is I don't think he's ever painted himself as the same. I'm not excusing the behavior. I'm just saying.
Now, if someone's got you on the fucking phone, you can't even fucking man up.
Shouldn't you just go meet up with him? If you want him to man up, like, go box. Catch flight. And then the hang up. Now, their text message back and forth were Jesus. My wife works for the Marching Ravens. Oh my gosh. The little band. She met Steve Smith Sr. at work. Steve Smith has been effing my wife. I got receipts. I got a lot more, homie. He hashtagged the whole thing up. This is a weird. This guy's name's Tony Martinez. Tony Martinez. This is a weird time that we're living in. This is a very odd time that we're living in. And so these are some of their explicit texts with one another. I don't know if I can read any of these. No, I can do it. She says to him, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he says, take me deep down your, whoa. I don't know if I can read this. I could read it in my head. I don't know if I can read it out loud. Take me deep down your, like you kind of like. Steve Smith talks like, you wanted to blank me off. I did. I would have. Whoa. I would have blanked on it. But I had to come home. Damn. You enjoy it. You like to feel it. What? I like feeling your. Whoa. Okay. Me too. Letting you. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. All right. Okay. Enough of that. Whoa. The internet is undefeated. Nobody. Steve Smith Sr. The internet is undefeated. Why is that robot going so crazy? Grown man comes to Twitter to show his texts and videos of him crying on the phone to current NFL analyst Steve Smith Sr., who slept with his wife. The internet.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about you. Feel me?
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that? I'm sorry,
It seems like he's trying to adjudicate this thing in front of us, and it's like, what is happening? What's going on? Our culture is broken. The internet's broken our culture. The internet has broken our culture. Why is this being shared? I'm going to share with you guys a story. It's not something I'm proud of, but it is the truth. The whole truth and nothing but. I'm no longer married, and I'm no longer married because of infidelity on my part. And at the time, I was just way out of my skull. There was a lot of things going on, and I won't get into the details because there's no reason to. Let's just say I was not happy in my marriage, but this is not the way to end an unhappy marriage. Not. I was completely in the wrong. And now the person that I had, what do they call it? The only person I had an affair with was not married. So thank God I didn't ruin 2 marriages. But I remember this is 2009. 2009. Well, really 2006 was the first. Not the point. But I remember my ex-wife was so pissed. These are early stages of Facebook. My ex-wife was so pissed. She went upstairs quietly because I told her. Now, think of this what you will. Think of this what you will. I could not. Me and my buddy used to talk. Rest in peace, Ron Hamilton. We used to talk about stuff. And the gist of it was, he was like, "Man, you on TV? You do, I was in the middle of my shit. I was doing my big one, and temptation was out there." And I use that as an excuse to just, be a shithead. But he'd be like, "Man, you got girls, see them, they don't, and I'd be like, yeah. And he's like, "My only problem," he's like, "I think I could cheat on my wife, but my problem is I don't think I could put my pants on and go home." And I was like, "Yeah, that would be the hardest part." You know what I mean? It's not it's not the deed. It's not the doing of the deed. It's really the going home and pretending not. And it just bore itself out to be true. I couldn't hold the secret, and I told my ex-wife. She got pissed. She went upstairs. She logged into my Facebook, and she told all our friends, my friends. And at the time, this is my point of the story. The tone is my story. At the time, my network was like, "This isn't the way to handle that. This isn't our business. Go ahead and pack that up. This is between y'all. Don't do that." And she couldn't believe it. She was like, "Why does everyone love you? Why do people, let you get away with everything?" I was like, "Oh, I got a good network. I don't know." Anyway, the point is our culture is broken. Like, I get that the dude is pissed. I get that he's hurt. Hurt people. I get all of those things. But it's like, if you go look into this story, the consensus is this ain't the way to handle that, fam. And somebody had quoted a Bible verse in here, which is true. Where's it at? I saw it. Let me go through this. Let me go through some of you guys'. Where are we at? Yeah, Iggy D, it was bad. Bad. Yeah, and it was bad. Notice that inhale. Like Steve was like, "Oh, fuck, I knew this was coming." Yeah, it's like, eee. It's one of those calls when you're looking at the number and you're like, "Should I answer that? Let me see who this is." He's like, "Steve. Yeah? You're fucking my wife, man." "Oh, damn it. Is it too late to hang up? Prank call." There's no my bad. There's no I'm sorry. There's no reason to say I'm sorry. Longest walk from the bus stop. Absolutely. When you knew that the report card beat you home, you were like, the longest, you're just like, "Damn it, I didn't get a chance to get my hand on it." You guys mailed them home? You thought you were doing something. And you like tried to show up to get your report card. They're like, "No, we mailed them home." And your teacher's looking at you like, "Yeah, because we know you changed your grades last time. So we mailed them this time." You're like, fuck. You're doing everything you can to just saunter as slowly as possible home. Just like, then you get home and said parent, mother or father or both, are sitting in the living room. You walk in, you're like, "Hey, Mom, hey, Dad." And they're like, "Come on in, sit down." And you're like, damn it. One of the biggest criticisms that I always got on my report cards was, Oren's really smart, but he always likes to chat with his friends too much. Didn't get a chance to change that grade. What do you have to say for yourself? And you're like, I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck? Smart will help him in a divorce settlement. Will it? I don't know if that's true. Is Chris Hansen going to pop out of the corner? Reminds me of Catch a Predator. I know. It was brutal. That was brutal. I'm surprised Smith didn't hang up. Like, go face him like a man, bro. I kind of felt like that. Just like, what are we doing? You're going to come over and fight me. I get it. You're mad about your wife. My wife's going to be pissed too. Minimalist monks in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Every day in my hood, I bang.
This is a great point. God's commandment number 9, you should not covet your neighbor's wife. LOL. Steve McNair died because he cheated on his wife. People don't learn. Yeah. Steve got down a rabbit. If you remember that story, Steve McNair got down a rabbit hole. And when he figured out, like, you're one of those, you're stage 5 clinger, it was too late. He was trying his best to, when you read the story, he was trying his best to ward the girl off. He knew he had made a huge mistake. And he was trying, he had bought her, I think he had got her a condo. He'd bought her a car. He was just trying to keep her like as the side piece. Chris Rock has a joke, and he says, a man is only as faithful as his options. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I tend to believe that these stories with men with power, you know what I mean? And having just flown just semi-close to those sons. I get it. Whom among us, right? But, yeah, the text messages were just like, what are you doing? That's when you're drunk with power. Like, what are you doing? You don't want to send those in a encrypted text. I'm just saying. I don't know. It seemed bold. Toronto, Bad Bunny, bad pilot, glide slope, hard crash landing. There are some things with that. If I'll show you a video before we get out of here. There are some things with that are just like, and I just don't know about the times that we're living in. Anyway, the culture, our culture is broken. Why does everyone run to the internet with everything? Steve Smith is lucky dude doesn't gun down his whole family messing with other people's wives in 2025 is crazy work. That's, I think, minimalist monk. I think that's a point to be made. The Bible says, it says that a man shouldn't commit adultery. Not so much because it's wrong, not to say that it's not. It says because the anger that you will engender in another man will cause 2 sins, which means that man will probably kill you, maybe even kill his wife. Says that. You know what I mean? And then the guy's like, did you do the thing with him that you do with me? Did you juggle it? Did you juggle it like you do with me? Did you tell him he's better than mine? That's what a guy does to himself. That's what happens. Somebody else touching your sweet, somebody else on that sweet, you're like, did you do it? Now I'm making light of it. It's not funny. Oh, you bitch. Now, the thing is when you read further down the story, apparently he and his wife met on Tinder. Now, I don't know what that means fully, but I know what Tinder is. So it sounds like she just kept it going. She kept the Tinder lit, so to speak. 100%. Go face him up. Square up, bro. There's no reason in the world for you to, everything that you're going to do. And I think this was his way of like, I'm going to wreck your marriage. But it's like, now you've just made a mockery of the whole thing. I know he's the wronged party, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I don't know. It just doesn't seem, that's not my business. You ever seen a couple, you ever been around a couple having a fight? And you're just like, it's not my business. Here's the thing. It's not my business. I prefer to not be involved. I would prefer it not. That's what most of my network said. I'm being honest. I'm not being coy. I'm not being funny about this. I'm being 99% of my network. And I've had a large network for a long time. I was raised by Denver. I was raised in Denver streets. I'm an orphan kid. I was completely wrong for not, if I was going to end my marriage, it should have been done the right way. And I'm not saying I used this to do it. I'm just saying this was the catalyst. And there's a whole lot of stuff that goes with that. So I in no way, shape, or form, and I've paid my penance. I've flogged and, you know, done the work. But 99% of my network was like, this isn't the way that you handle that. This is in 2009. They were like, go ahead and keep that in-house. Now, if you want some help, but this isn't the way. And it's only gotten worse. Like the culture has leaned more and more into emoting online, not just debating topics of discussion, like emoting. My man, I've had some family members. You ever had that? Do you guys have a friend or a family member that does the social media meltdown? And we know why these things happen. It's a sickness in our culture, which is this participatory award that people want for the corporate pat on the back. And this seems performative more than it seemed like, because you're recording with one phone, you got the phone out, you're recording with one phone, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, and I know he's hurt. He's a hurt guy. Hurt people. But this just didn't seem the way. It's your wife, it's your problem. That's kind of the deal. It sounds callous. It sounds cold, like, whoa, that's cold. But it's like, yeah, but there was a point in time when, right, wrong, or indifferent, when a motherfucker had to die to find out that grandpa had a family across town. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know where that fits into the pantheon of right, wrong, or indifferent. But you see what I'm saying? It's like there is still a dignity to in-house handling. Am I tripping? Y'all tell me. I might be. Maybe I'm a caveman. Am I tripping? Didn't it stay in-house? Who's the dude's wife? Who is the dude whose wife was cheating? Is he famous? Is he on TV? No. His wife was just so Steve Smith is on this he's on this like marching band thing. This. So Steve Smith is on this thing right here that he's doing. See how he's got that? It looks like he's in a marching band. So he's part of this with the Ravens, and apparently his wife works with this thing that the Ravens got going. And that's where they met. And you know, took it to their text messages are salacious. And now, you know, their business is our business. Oh, wait, he spoke about it? Whoa. Oh, this is bad. Oh, that's I feel dumb. Come on, man. DNP Sports, that's lowbrow. Former wide receiver in the NFL. Oh, the guy is a former wide receiver in the NFL. Ugh, that's hard. That's a hard one. But he isn't on TV anymore, so panties don't drop for him anymore. Sorry, kids, earmuffs. Yeah, it's a grown-up conversation, but is it just me, or do the two cheaters look like they are siblings? Put the pictures back up. Hold on. Well, it's Steve Smith. No. It's Steve Smith and it's not Jeff Van Gundy. I think you think that it's this, Andon. It's not Jeff Van Gundy. That's just the internet is saying that somebody said Steve Smith cheated on his wife with Jeff Van Gundy. I can't unsee it. The internet is unforgiving. See, this is what happens. Remember when okay. 1 second. Remember when Ime Udoka got fired? This is an interesting, actually, topic of conversation. When Ime Udoka got fired for having an affair with a member of the Boston Celtics front office, I don't know what particularly, but people didn't want that woman doxxed. So Ime Udoka got excoriated by the media, obviously ended up losing his job, fired, you know, and then suspended and all these other things. And the woman was allowed to stay in anonymity. This is not that. This lady got outed and she's getting clowned. And their text messages aren't there because the husband was like, no. All will be revealed. And then we have the Broncos linebacker coach fighting cops at DIA. What? I'll have to look that up. Steve Smith needs to call Joy Taylor for some advice. She climbed the corporate ladder, so to speak. He got shot in his sleep, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, Steve McNair, man, one of the greatest. Alcorn State, Aaron McNair sucked too because the trip that he took her on. We're all adults here. Infidelity is nothing new. Stop it. And especially with men with power, that means money and prestige. And from all accounts, he was trying to placate what he thought was he had just gotten in too deep, and what he didn't know is he did with the wrong type of, you know what I mean, thin line between love and hate type chick. And yeah, man, a sad way for we look at it from a football standpoint, right? And we go, oh man, that's crazy that this is going to sound callous. I don't mean it like this, but it's the only way that I knew Steve McNair. It's sad that a great football career was ended in such tragic circumstances, especially when you just think about all that goes into it. You get there, you start something, you see something, you're like, I'm too deep. And she's like, I love you. I'll find you. And you're like, So you try and buy her car, and you try and get her an apartment. And you're like, okay, we'll go on vacation. And she's just like, and then all of that ends in the most tragic way possible, right? And it's just like, what was it all about? And again, powerful men are going to do things. I'm not excusing it. People are going to do things. This woman is not a victim, right? She's married, right? People are going to do things. And it's just, this is why you don't do it. Because like this guy was driven to this level of get back where he's like, I'm going to the internet with it. I think it's the worst decision that he could have made personally. I just don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's a good look. And, so he's driven here because this is his only means of get back. He's like, he's hurt, probably, he's hurt. And it's like, hurt people. And this is the only way he knows how to lash out. My problem is the level of, you got the phone, that's past. There's something else going on there. You're looking for a level of validation from a group of people who are going to be an idiot like me. And now I'm half joking, half me in the hood. We half joking, half trying to figure out what the fuck we care about this story to your personal life. And it's like, bro, divorce your wife or go get counseling or go whoop Steve Smith's ass or, you know what I mean? I don't know, but this ain't it, bruh. Don't know if this is real or not, but a chick caught her man cheating. She met up with him at a hotel. They were taking a bath and she threw a plug. No, that is real. I saw that, Timothy Rimothy. That was real. I saw that. Fucking nuts. And recorded it. Again, the culture. She recorded the evidence for her trial. That's a real thing, Timothy Rimothy. The culture is fucked up. Like, ever since they put a Canon camera in everybody's pocket, people can't wait to go to the internet with all manner of activity. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And I think her husband was cheating with another dude. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That floats your boat. Yeah, that was bad. Oren, proud of you, bro, for being vulnerable. It's hard to beat the lust demon. I'm 7 years celibate. Wow, minimalist monk.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
7 years celibate, brother, is monk for real. It's tough, but it keeps you out of trouble. Fake accusations. Yeah. No, I thought he was asking about who Steve Smith was. I misread the comment. I don't know who that guy is. Oh, okay. Let's see. Broncos assistant coach was wearing his Bronco stuff during the incident too, allegedly. Okay, we're gonna look at Grass Valley Greg's in the house.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Grass Valley Greg, does that have anything to do with the instrument that you play? Isn't there a keyboard called the Grass Valley? A keyboard maker called Grass Valley? Does that have anything to do with that? I don't get cheating personally. Is your life so good and mundane you just need to upend everything and spend the rest of your life in Dramaville for a PP touch? Come on, Andon. A PP touch. Think, McFly, think. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? It is. I had a homeboy. I have a homeboy. His name is will remain nameless. He'll remain nameless. But just because I don't want to, there's no need. You guys don't need to know his name. But he's one of those guys. He's one of those. He's a pretty boy. And so he was always, you know, for some people getting it ain't that tough. And what I've always said is the Derek Jeter rule. If you feel like you're not ready to settle down, don't. And then the only thing that is incumbent upon you to do from that point forward is make it known to every woman that you would bed that I am not interested in anything committed. I am sowing my royal oats, so to speak. And then you give the other party a chance to make a decision. And from there, I think all bets are off. Do whatever you want, right? And most guys, what you start to realize is want their cake and eat it too. Most guys want to be in a committed. Most people want to be in a committed relationship, but you also want the whole of it. So then the next step is, well, do you got enough game and enough patience to be the type of guy that has 4 or 5 wives that are all in sister wives? This is sounding like ladies, I hope you don't think I'm a barbarian. I'm not. I'm being honest though. This is for real. If you're the type of guy that thinks you can hold down 4 or 5 women, there is a school of thought that says a man can have as many women as he can take care of. This is where the harem comes from. This is a very non-Western thought, but it works. Now, I don't know if it works for the women in the harem. I think at times in some of these cultures, it's kind of like parents marrying their daughters off for the sake of familial benefits. It's a tough world, cold world. Supply your own heat. All I'm saying is that, yeah, once you make the commitment, and I had to find this out the hard way. Now, I committed to my marriage under the auspices of something that is just, I've always had to apologize to my ex-wife because the God's honest truth is that we probably shouldn't have done that. But I had an equitable relationship with a person who in my life who I was beholden to in ways that I didn't have to be, but I wasn't man enough to make that. And so when my dad came to me and my adoptive father came to me and he was like, "You got her pregnant, you're going to marry her." I said, "Yeah, okay." Instead of saying, probably not, Pop, and standing up to my father. That's really how that happened. I don't blame. Now, that's no excuse. I'm just saying. You know too much about me. I tell you everything and you tell me nothing. Except minimalist. He shared. For real, I don't have the energy for cheating, LML. Yeah, it takes a lot, the lying, and that's why I ended up telling. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Everyone would eventually get divorced if they could afford it. You think? That's a very pessimistic. God, are we that bad off? Is it just broken? Is it broken? Are we broken as a species? Are we broken as a culture where it's just like, I don't think so. I just think that there's too much. I'm not even going to call it. It's just too much thought of what bag and chunch is all about. Get it out of your system, guys. Ladies, I don't know if you guys have a system like that. I don't know what it is for women who cheat. I think sometimes it's like you're not getting what you want at home, so you go out and you get. Marriage is a business agreement. Get married for life goals, not love, because your love changes and most can't handle it. Yeah, that's true too. Which also kind of deads this whole Hallmark crazy in love. Oh, my everything, you're my world. You complete me. Beginning this movie shit that people have in their head, that we all have in our heads about love. And it's like at a certain point in time, you have to be able to look at that person and be like, God damn, you stink, but I'm in this for the long haul. Man, you piss me off, but I'm in this for the long haul. God damn, do you have to be breathing? Are you breathing? God, you breathe so loud. It's the way that you chew your ice. Do you have to chew your ice? And you're spot on. Congrats on keeping it together. For sure.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Crazy take, but do you think some people would be low-key happy that their spouse cheated on them with a rich former pro athlete and not someone who they think is a scrub? That's why he put it online. Iggy D, I don't think you're off. I don't think that's a crazy take. He definitely got himself He definitely got himself like a little 15 minutes, right? Because everybody's like, who's this Chris Montoya or whatever his name is? Sorry. I don't remember his name. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. I think his last name is Montoya. I think it is Hernandez. I'm sorry. Anyway, clout. Yeah. This is the culture. The culture ends up being clout. It's like, well, screw it. At least I can get some clout out of it. And it's like, whoa, the worst parts of clout. It ain't all, you feel me? Or you pressured into marriage doesn't count. You get them. I wouldn't give myself. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I wouldn't give myself a mulligan. What I wish is that my ex-wife would one day really find it in her heart to forgive me, because we had those long talks. We had those deep talks that I was, and then he was like, you're a liar. And I was like, no, I tried to love you like I said I did. I tried to make it so. And it's not that I didn't, but marrying because of pregnancy wasn't the thing to do. And I love my daughters. You know what I mean? It's nothing like that. It's more so I had a very unhealthy relationship with my adopted father. And so the type, do anything to please this guy who you don't even know why you're doing that. Why am I telling you guys this? I don't get, because my life's an open book. I already did this on actually on a podcast, The Whole Hard Truth. I had a cathartic, it's been catharsis for me. Sharing is catharsis. I hope someone can learn from it. And the point is I wouldn't give myself a mulligan. But I would say it was a chance. When do you guys have those chances in your life when you just had a chance to be a man and you folded? Is it just me? I'm being honest. Is it when you had a chance to do some manly shit? I'm not talking about getting into a fight either. I'm talking about do some man shit and you folded. I had that moment and I folded like a cheap card table. Because I could just not see myself. I wanted this cat to be like, yeah, you're getting it. You're killing it. You know what I mean? And not for a lack of feeling. That's a whole nother thing we don't have to get into. All I'm saying is that the proper thing to do at the time, the most honest thing that I could have done at the time, the most manly shit I could have done at the time was to look at my father and it's like, that sounds great for you. That's not my path, bro. We're going to handle this. So chill out. Don't worry about it. And what I ended up doing was going, okay. And that's just bad. No, that's not a way to go into marriage. It's not a way to go into marriage. Exactly. And it's one of those things where you're just like, yeah, babe. Yep. Could you please fucking stop the ice? You're at the movies or it's just, ice chewers. I'm just going to tell this to you. I think you're all great people, but I want to punt puppies into orbit. The chewing of the ice is unnecessary. I don't know if you think it's a special power that you think you have, that it doesn't freeze your teeth and you don't get to know. We can't. Those of us who don't like it, it grates on this part of our literal soul. If you could stop, many of us, see, even Dante knows, many of us would appreciate it if you stopped. Cynicism is running wild. It's like, yeah, nothing has value past how many likes can I get for it anymore. Not a plane crash, not surviving a plane crash, not getting cheated on by your wife. We go to the internet with her. Look where I'm at. I'm on the internet with you, fine gentlemen and ladies. We go to the internet with everything. And I think that it's been healthy. Like never before has the world been more connected. And I think people feel sometimes a genuine connection, but sometimes what you're looking for, you're not getting. What you're getting is empty returns, which is what makes you run back to get more of it. It's like the worst exchange. I have this book. I would recommend it to all of you. I have it on Audible. Don't judge me because my phone is, I'm a man. I drop my phone. I have a case on it, but the case is, don't judge me. You guys are so judgy. I can hear it. I hear it. I hear you judging me. Well, The Real Anthony Fauci, that's a book that you should read. That's a good one. It's called Stolen Focus. Hold on. Stolen Focus by Jonathan Hari. And it speaks about just what we're experiencing with this whole online deal and what social media has done to the culture, and how they, how they know. I've been through that book like 3 or 4 times, and how they kind of knew, the guys who made it up. They kind of knew, and it's just like, I think it fuels what you're talking about, GVG. It fuels it. The cynicism. The world is the stage, right? And everybody, you remember when you were a kid, or you ever been around, like when one of your kids is like, Dad, look, and you're like, what? And then there's not really anything that they have to really, they just want the attention. Right? We all have that bug in us. Everybody has a little bit in it. And it's like, you want the attention, and then when the world turns to you, you really don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? You just wanted to know that they wanted to look type shit. And it's like, it's almost the worst. It's almost the worst thing that you could have handed a culture that had we've veered off the course of substance a long time ago. And we revere like celebrity. And so the internet gave everybody a chance to feel what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of great shit. Like, look at all my friends. Look at all my internet. I'm being serious. I'll fuck with y'all. Look at all my friends that I get with, and we talk about sports and we talk about shit like this. You know what I mean? So there is a connectivity there that's valuable. And then there's just that thing that's just on the other side of it, which just feeds our worst natures. I had a mulligan marriage in my 20s, had to wise up. Yeah. I don't think there's any shame there's no shame in having tried and failed. The shame is not realizing the sum of your mistakes. I believe the ducks in a row rule when it comes to marriage and having kids. You need to be rock solid in areas of money, career, environment, upbringing, family, mentality, and physically. Timothy, I like where you're at. Hold on. I'm gonna finish reading here, and then I'm gonna address it. My mother cheated on my father. Sorry to hear that, bud. Leaving the family for another man and his kids. Eesh, I know those stories well. That's an American tale, sadly. She still struggles trying to regain the relationship with me we once had, but fails to realize that time is gone. Yeah, I listen, I'll be honest with you. You know, putting a family fractured back together is something that I've had to fight through. And it ain't easy. For my youngest, she was a baby. And so she, you know what I mean? She made it through those times, I think, with a little less understanding of why don't mom and dad, why did we move to Wisconsin? And then my middle child, who I love, she's just you say you don't have favorites, we all have them. My middle child, she's just about to graduate from UW Wisconsin, is just a godsend. And we had our rough times, and then victory lap, fuck off.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Came in here and broke up our sentimental with that Lakers bullshit. I'll check the scores. We don't have to keep talking about this. We live in the age of irreverence. It's not irreverent or shocking. No one pays attention, and that means we live in an attention economy as well. Yeah. Victory lap. You in here laughing? Fuck's so funny. You think you guys are gonna? I saw somebody say, "Oh, I saw Shannon Sharp talk about Lakers in 5." This is unoriginal. And let me finish addressing Timothy. This is the only problem I have with that, is I don't think that you'll ever be ready for the rigors. You feel me? I think part of the challenge is because if you wait, a lot of people, money, career, environment, upbringing, blah, 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 blah. If you wait for all of that, who's to say that you ever really reach those points and you deny yourself? You know, I think there's just it's like whitewater rafting the first time you ever go. You probably just need to get in the boat. There's not anyone's going to be able to tell you every single thing that's going to happen. They can prepare you. They're going to tell you certain things. Watch out for this. But at the end of the day, just get in the boat. That's how I feel about that. Chill out, victory lap. LaMelo had Luke on skates a few nights before. Chill. Yeah, Jamie Vega, tell him.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Lakers in 6, my ass. Yeah, you guys aren't going to make it out. Okay. You laugh it up right now, fuzzball. Laugh it up right now. The only team I'm worried about coming up in the rear view is the Golden State Warriors, quite honestly. JJ Redick, low key has Coach K going on. He's a better coach than I thought. Much. I'm gonna tell you this: to Victory Lap and Laker Nation, I will say this: y'all got young Pat Riley. You better hold on to that man like grim death. You know what's missing in basketball? What's missing in basketball is a passion for coaching the game and not folding to the star mentality. And JJ has that. JJ has that. Yes, I think he kowtows to LeBron a bit. I think he does. You know, he's not dumb. Yeah, it's not a fight you're going to win, right? But the job that they did on the Nuggets defensively the other night, just when they were sending the double team hard at Joker, how hard they came at him, I think it had a lot to do with why he didn't take a lot of shots. Although they played on what I thought JJ did that was amazing in that loss or that win for the Lakers was what he did was play on Joker's unwavering want to play the game the right way. So Joker's like, if I'm triple teamed, that means one of you guys is open. So somebody else has to take the shot. When what he should have done and what could have happened is that if he would have just forced the issue, the Nuggets don't lose that game. But what he was trying to do was do the right thing. And that was all JJ Redick. That was all JJ Redick, for sure. And in G, it is what it is at this point. The entire era was 2004 to 2010. Not mad about it anymore. Just wish some of my family members stopped pretending that phase didn't happen. Yeah, family, the family matters. We got those. Every family's got them. The unaddressed things. You know what I mean? And it sounds like Timothy, you're dealing with it like every person should, openly, straight up. Loser lap. I grew up in LA, but I live here, so I root for the Nuggets. Good job. What is this dude talking about? You guys win one chip and your coach starts running his mouth. Oh, because we're your daddy? You sound more upset about it than the rest of us do, brother. Victory lap. But we welcome you in the hood, bro.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
What does Luka look like? 12. Why does Luka look like a 12-year-old and a 24-year-old at the same time? He does for sure. He does for sure. Good for you, Trader. Laker fans, see that I think the problem with Laker fan is that you guys are delusional. It's not back and it's not coming back. Not yet. Lakers in 08, they'll get bounced by OK in 4 in the first round. It's not yet. This is not their year. You'll see. Don't let these. Yeah, you'll see. 4, hilarious. Redick seems smart now, but he already gave away his hand if we have to play them in the playoffs. I think, Iggy, the whole point is that Joker is the most selfless player in the game, and he won't make that mistake twice. He will not make that mistake twice. He will not mistake that. Minnesota up on OKC. Are we sure about that OKC in the playoffs? Let me see. Let me go look at the scores. Thank you guys for having a mature, in-depth conversation, by the way. I applaud. I applaud the hood. I salute you. I salute you. Oh, Minnesota's up 3 with 6.6 left in OT. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, enough of that. I should turn that game on. Hold on. Let me get that game on real quick. Game on. Timeout. Let's see. Jamie Vega, what'd you say? What'd you say, Jamie Vega? What'd you say? How many of those Lakers titles came as the Minneapolis Lakers again? Right. Right now, 6.6 left in the game, 2.9 in OT. With Timberwolves up 3. Ball game. It's over. Nice. No one is scared of OKC. Keep it real. I don't think there's any reason to fear them. They are playing every bit like the number 1 seed. This loss, notwithstanding, they look like a number 1 seed. Defensively, they are a really active, handsy defensive team. Opportunistic. They score at a great clip. They have nothing to be ashamed of. And right now, although they lost this game tonight, they look like a number 1 kid. But I'll give you this: they got to prove it. I think we've all said that. Who's your daddy, Nuggets? Ant-Man said I am. Victory lap, you're annoying. We welcome you. Stick around, talk your shit. Talk your shit, bruh. But the last I checked, we got scoreboard. I don't give a damn what's hanging in your rafters. What have you done for me lately, bruh? What? I do think that the whole who's your daddy thing was so cringe. Yeah, I blame Vic Lombardi. Go back and watch that moment and see Vic look around like he's trying to impress the players. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm an old school Nuggets fan, right? Alex English. So my Alex English, Kiki Vandeweghe, Dan Issel Nuggets fans will remember. We had the greatest squad ever. TR Dunn could never get past that Lakers hump. Could never get over that Lakers hump. And it just so we just have this little brother inferiority complex when it comes to the Lakers. And I don't know where Mike Malone, you know what I mean? Like, kind of jumped in, but it was just, the Kobe Lakers over our Nuggets. And yeah, not a good look, not our best look. But you don't have to be a dick about it. Victory lap. Welcome to the party, pal. Stick around. You know what I mean? But you don't have to be a dick about it.
Leave them crash outs alone while they're crashing. Just leave them alone.
I don't know what you're saying. Yes, about GVG. I hope you're answering my question. Are you talking? So is that for the Grass Valley board? Is that what that yes is for? Who's your daddy? Ant-Man said I am. All right. I think I got all I needed to get out of this. Now the Lakers hecklers are showing up. That's a cue to leave. That's cue to go. That's cue to go. Oh, wait. Can't go yet. I got to do something. And you're free to leave now if you want to. This is all personal, this next part. I don't know if any of you guys know, but I have a family member who I am. Hold on. What'd you say? To be fair, somebody should have taken that bottle away from Malone. Yeah, he was slam hammered. He was slam hammered. For those of y'all that don't know, I have a family member. Broadcasting, let's just say broadcasting media runs in the family. My big sister, Joanne Reed, who some of you may know of, some may agree with, some may don't. Her and I don't agree on everything politically, but I'm infinitely proud of who she's grown up to be as a human being. And what I want to do is I just want to play y'all something. When you get shit canned, when you get fired from a job, there's a way to do it. There's a way to leave. There's a way to leave with grace. There's a way to make your presence felt and never let them see you sweat. And I was just so proud of my big sister. I just wanted to show y'all a bit of what was the precursor to her last showing on MSNBC. She hosted a show called The Readout. And I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud of her because it ain't been easy. Yeah, Iggy D, that's my sister. Straight up and down. We're born of the same loins. Hold on. That is my sister. Straight up. No bullshit. We don't agree on everything politically. We do not agree on everything politically. But I'm just so proud of who she is as a human. Like, I'm inspired by her. And this is how if you get shit canned from a job, because she got fired. Or they ended her show, let's say that. Hey, Iggy, it's okay. Listen, this is what we're not going to do. This is what we're not going to do. You're entitled to your opinion. Like I said, I don't agree with everything. Quite literally. But that's not the point, because When it's family, I ride and die with them. And that's just how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? And we've had our differences, but this is what I will tell you is that this type of joy.
I had to wear my merch. I've got all my merch on because I even have a shoe. Hold on, let me show you a shoe. I hope you guys can see it. Because, you know, we have the best merch because, you know, I'm really good at that. So we're going to actually have a fabulous show tonight, y'all. We have so many great surprise guests, people that you love, people that you enjoy watching on the Read Out all the time. They're going to be here. And look, let me one more time just show you the squad that we brought.
And my point to y'all
studio audience, but you know
is
what?
that
we gotta have a studio audience, at least tonight.
We are living
I hope you guys
in.
are tuned in. I hope
We
you guys
are living
turned up.
in.
If you're with Win with Black Women,
I mean, I
just
just
want to
can't
shout
even
you out
think
because
of
I know you guys are here
a
squatted
time
up.
that feels
And
like
we just
it
want to
felt
shout out everybody
in our
who has
nation's history.
sent me text messages. Yes, I have 873 text messages in my phone. I'm gonna send them. I promise you, I'm going to text you back. If you have not been texted back,
we need to experience.
Don't put it on my heart. I've literally been flooded. But hopefully, you guys are.
Let me just mute that. It's probably something that we need to experience because I think we've been lying to ourselves for a long time. And I want to tell you guys, I see you in there, Timothy Rimothy, and you are entitled to that. And I'll never hold it against y'all because I know. Trust me, I know. I am a proud libertarian. Let's say that. And it's crazy. It's crazy to see what politics has done. It's crazy to see what politics has done to our discourse. It's crazy because it's different than sports, right? Sports is like, I can't stand the Raiders, right? I fucking hate the Raiders. But you don't hate Raider fan like that, right? You hate Raider fan, but you know what I'm saying? And it's like politics has just driven this wedge between people. And I've always said this. For anybody who thinks that you know what's going on, we live in a class system. And that system is geared. That the class that sits on top is keen on the divide and conquer law of the 48 laws of power. And so what they do is they throw these wedges in between us, black and white, brown and white, brown and black, Republican and Democrat, Christian and Muslim. They throw these things in between us because this is a game of class. This isn't the people who think that is. And so those ideological differences, those ideological separations are quite literally the last things that anybody needs to be worried about because the commonalities that we share, food, water, shelter, food, water, shelter, food, water, shelter, food, water, shelter. That's what you share in common. Do you love your mama? Do you love your daddy? Do you want to whoop your neighbor's ass because his dog shits in your yard and he doesn't pick it up? Do you hate the way that your lady chews her ice? Like the things that we share in common, quite honestly, are the things that if we focused on those, it wouldn't be that hard to then turn to the power structure and look at them and go, you're not really taking care of the business. Don't tell me about this identity politic thing over there or that identity politic thing over there. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Food, water, shelter, food, water, shelter, food, water, shelter. Make the living livable, make the wages livable, make do your fucking jobs. With that being said, I find it very easy to listen to someone's politics. And as long as you're not completely hateful, if I don't agree with you, it's all right. It's cool. And sometimes that's gotten really sticky. I know it's gotten sticky with my big sister. I know it has. I know that she has, as greatly as she has affected the lives of some and really like inspired some, she's pissed others off. And I know why. I know all the things. And so I just want to say to y'all, like, I'm going to be here in front of y'all for a long time in many iterations. Things are going to change around here. Politicians are definitely full of you-know-what. Things are going to change around here eventually, but I'm not going nowhere because I love building community. And I love building community and consensus with people that I don't always agree with. And so, yes, she is awesome. Yes, she is my sister. Yes, she is my sister. Yes, that's awesome. Kobe said, who's your daddy Nuggets fan? Did he say that? Kobe didn't say that. Kobe never said that. I don't believe Kobe ever said that. That is fucking crazy. It's okay if you. It's okay. You could even say what your opinion is. Just be respectful is all I ask. I liked her. I don't carry water for either party. Me either. I am literally a libertarian. I'm not even a I'm like I just buy out of the two-party system. I think the worst thing that could have happened to our body politic is splitting it into two parties. You think you could take something as complex as political views and split it into two parties? That's crazy. Yeah, Alex Wagner's gone. They're having a whole overhaul at NBC. They see the writing on the wall and they're bending it. And it's what it is. I think legacy media, quite honestly, I'm happy for my sister. I hope perspective. I pray that perspective can be brought. Once you're out of the echo chamber, the world tends to open up. That's my prayer for my big sis. I will also respectfully stay silent. Thank you, Timothy Rimothy. You guys don't have to do that. You don't have to stay silent. I just ask that you stay respectful. And I think that that's not too much to ask. Remember, a wise man once said, there is your side, there's their side, and then there's the truth. Exactly. The last 15 minutes of Joy's show tonight was awesome. Oren, you are lucky to have a sister like that. I feel very blessed. I feel very blessed to have someone who has, climbed the ladder and made a difference. As long as you're not Mussolini or Hitler, I feel like, get in and try and make a change if you feel like change is there to be made and you can participate in it. If you sit down with a stranger and leave out politics, you have the best conversations. We are more alike than different. I agree with that. And I think that that's the problem. I think the problem is that you tend to find that out. And that is problematic to people who benefit from us not realizing that we are more alike than we are different. Politics aside, I would tune in to see Joy Reid because she was from Denver. Yeah. Montbello High School, stand up. Was proud to see any Denverite on a national stage, no matter what the ideology, support local. Yeah, 100% graduated from Montbello. Politicians are full of, you know what? You ain't lied there. Politics has become WWE, worse than you could imagine. It's worse than you could imagine. It is worse than you could imagine. Grass Valley Greg, truth, two-party system is too small for a country of 330 mil, without question. No way in the world that you can encapsulate that many people and split them up into two sides and cover everybody's interests. I'm assuming ratings were low, so they were getting something fresh. CNN did the same thing. Well, there's another part to it that we don't have to get into here because this isn't the time for that. I think a large part of it is that the restructurings have a lot to do with understanding the dynamics of politics, you know what I mean, and wanting to be able to get into the White House. Not getting into the White House is good. I mean, be like having access. You feel what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I think you can all draw the conclusion from there. You can't even drive a Tesla now. It's all silly. I don't know about that. Great point. So anyway, what I wanted to do is I just wanted to give a shout out to my big sister because she is an inspiration to me. If she has ever pissed any of y'all off, good. It's the discourse. And if she ever blessed any of y'all, but I just wanted to tell you, like, if you're going, when things happen, I was just proud of how she handled it on the last show. And it was a bittersweet moment. I was there when she first got the show. I was around when she first got, it's very, but I really just wanted to say this. I didn't even want to big that up. What I wanted to tell y'all is doors open, doors close, but always talk your shit and strut it. You know what I'm saying? And don't let anybody steal your, for lack of a better term, joy. Fair? We all feel good about it? I have to ask, does she believe everything that she says? You want to know what? You don't know what's great? She truly believes everything that she says. And that's how a lot of us find ourselves, and it's very unfortunate. She does. She's never done anything for effect. I can tell you this. Sorry. I can tell you this. She's never said anything for effect. And that's how bad our information systems have gotten. And I've often said this. If you have the internet at your disposal, the truth is there as long as you're willing to dig for it. As long as you're willing to dig for it, the truth is there. And it's obfuscated. To answer your question, Minimalist Monk, the name of that book is Stolen Focus by Johann Hari, a great book that explains how we, don't mind my phone, a great book that explains on how we got here and how social media sits at the center of these silos, these media silos that we're in. Iggy D, to answer your question, yeah, she's never said anything for effect. And it's sad because these silos, bro, these silos are tearing us apart. They're information silos that oftentimes don't have there's not a lot of truth going on, or it's obfuscated. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And trust me, I'm fighting to break down certain walls. Not for her. She's a grown ass woman. You're gonna have to think. Like I said, we've had our. It's a great bitch, big dog. But I'll fuck anybody up on behalf of that woman. I promise you. More truth. Yeah, we just need more truth. I gave you the book. Yeah, victory lap. It's so crazy, y'all. It's partly why I want to run my platform the way I want to run my platform. And a lot of the reasons why I have held my tongue in part is because I never want to, jeopardize her deal. From like, you got a brother out there talking about what? And it's completely opposite of the shit that you be on it. But it's like, we live in a, just always remember, when Thanksgiving gets tough, because that's how these things have been, look at the people that you love. And if you guys are that far apart, remember, we live in a class system. This is about separating people. You have to remember, you have to remind yourself that we live in a class. This is about separating people. And there is no issue political. There are a few social political issues that can really fuck a family up. But there is no issue worth me not being locked in with my family, because we can agree to disagree on some of these things for sure. This is great. Critical thinking is dead because of social media, without question. Everybody's siloed up. It's called groupthink, mass psychosis, mass formation psychosis. You guys have some interesting Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, brother, you have no idea. Could you pass the motherfucking potatoes? You communist bastard. No, I'm kidding. Traditional media on the whole, massive hit. Oh my God, cratered, my friend, cratered. Because at a certain point in time, you can't tell me that what I'm seeing ain't what I'm seeing. Y'all need to, I don't know where your research department's doing, but you can't tell what I'm seeing ain't what I'm seeing. Okay, I love y'all. I really do. I fuck with the hood. I think that you guys are a smart bunch. Check out While the Rest of Us Die, doc on Tubi. I will do that. I'm gonna look at that tonight. Victory lap. Thank you. You're very welcome. Oh, it's about our shadow government. Ooh, okay, victory lap. I'm gonna look into that. We're all better off than Steve Smith. Think about that before you go to bed. Yeah, that's one of those 100%. 100%. Hey, don't give a rip if someone is right or left, as long as they're good people. Y'all in here are good people. I believe that. I just believe that what I know about me is I can sit down and chop it up with anybody. I just love human beings. I love what we are as a creation. And my goal in life is to tackle hard subjects, but with the purpose of showing us that there's just more that we have in common than different. And a lot of that shit just don't matter. Food, water, shelter, man. Food, water, shelter, family. Food, water, shelter, family. Food, water, shelter, family. Food, water, shelter, family. Food, water, shelter. And anybody who stands in the middle of that shit, I got a problem with. Friends. Put friends in there. Friends and family are the same thing. We're all better off than Steve Smith. All right, I think it's time for me to get out of here. I'll bet you that one South Park episode is more right than wrong, that the likes of Trump, Harris, Obama get together and yuck it up. Bruh. Watch, Google Jimmy Carter's funeral. I won't say anything more. If you've ever been to court, it's the public defender and the DA. They both work for the state. It's WWE. Somebody said that earlier. It's literally WWE. By the way, who are those three people they picked up right after the plane crash in DC a month ago? Let's get into that tomorrow, Timothy Remedy.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Hey, man. I fuck with y'all. Ain't nobody bigger than the motherfucking chat. Ain't nobody bigger than the motherfucking chat. Y'all make this show, because if you guys don't show up here and participate in these conversations, Bucks game should be interesting. Yeah, we'll look into it, Iggy D. Pain is the process. Less or more be the option. Sticking and moving, picking and choosing, switching and losing solid ground. 10 toes, all of them down. My nigga is you in or out the mosh pit. All right, y'all. And in G.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Timothy Rimothy.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Victory lap.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Grass Valley Greg.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Iggy D.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all.
Minimalist Monk.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. Every day in my hood, I'm a nice worker.
Dante C.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. Every day in my hood, I'm a nice worker.
I know my guy fishing for cards was in here.
The whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. Every day in my hood, I'm a nice worker.
Joe Mito 83.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. Every day in my hood, I'm a nice worker.
The Daniels, both Flores and Miller.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. Every day in my hood, I'm a nice worker.
I'm fairly sure that's everybody. If I missed you, I didn't mean to. I promise you. You know what I like to say? Find somebody that you love and you care about. Hold them close. Tell them that you love them, even if you disagree with them politically. You never know when the next time might be the last, and you just don't want it to end like that. You feel me? I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace out.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Good news. We are putting that combination. Jesus Christ. We can't run.